Hello, this is Carolyn at Carolyn's Paper Therapy. I'm back again this morning. It's early. It's 8 o'clock. Biscuit got me up at 6 and it's been storming, so I decided to work on this journal. That's the nice thing about craft like this. You can work on it anytime you want to. So I'm back with the Simple Things journal, and I'm working on the next section, which will include Super Simples number 6. But first we focus on the next simple thing. And let me get over here to it. Our next simple thing is gratitude. And the reason I included this is because it's something that we can do each day that will enhance our day and make it better for us and for others around us. And that is if we are grateful for the things that we have. Instead of focusing on the negative or what we don't have, if we focus on what we do have and thank God for it each morning, then we'll have a better day. I think it's a good idea, especially if you're having a time of struggle, that you create a gratitude journal where you write down things during the day that you're grateful for. Another idea is to have a jar, like a mason jar or something, that you write on a piece of paper, something that you're grateful for, and put it in the jar. Then when you're having a bad day, you can pull it out and read those things, and it will be uplifting to you. So I've included a section on gratitude. And again, I used my little wooden stamps to stamp out gratitude as our title for our chapter, I guess you would call it. And in the sections in between the super simples, I have made sure that I had plenty of space to write and some words and phrases that might be writing prompts. So on this page I have just, some of these background pages are from a journal kit that I have called Faith. I'm not sure who made it, but it had some nice lined pages and some pretty pages with hymns and roses. So I chose that and some others that I'll show you later. Just from my stash of digital kits, I just kind of went through and found some pages that I liked to glue on the pages in this travel journal. They're all printed on regular copy paper. On this page, I just chose to add some lace and a butterfly and some flowers here in the corner so that there's place to write right here. This little cutout here is from a book that I have called The Grateful Table, and it's just filled with little phrases and poems and thoughts that are nice to begin your day with. I used to keep this on my kitchen table, but now I'm using it in here, and I just copy on my printer things that I want to use. This over here says, I receive all life with thanksgiving. I have gratitude for everything that has ever occurred to bring me to this moment. I give thanks for the joys and the sufferings, the moments of peace and the flashes of anger, the compassion and the indifference, the roar of my courage and the cold sweat of my fear. I accept gracefully the entirety of my past and my present life. And I think it is important to, when we reflect back, to see how we have grown over the years because of the things that have happened to us, both good and bad, that have brought us to this place where we are now. And I've had lots of suffering, but I've had lots of joy. And so I'm in this place now, and trying to find the joy in every single day, no matter what. So this page, that's just a prompt for this page, and there's plenty of room for writing, and I added a little piece of book page and some paper that I had in my stash and a butterfly sticker. On this page, these two pages here are from another faith journal digital kit that I have, and I chose it because of the neutral colors and the butterflies and faint roses that coordinate with the other things I've done in this journal. On this page, I have just included a corner of a paper doily, and this is one of G. Kerr's words and phrases. Says there's always something to be grateful for, and I added a butterfly. On this page, the words say over and over, I marvel at the blessings of my life. Each year has grown better than the last. A little piece of music page and some flowers. Lots of room for writing. On this page, I've just included some paper scraps that I had, a flower sticker, a book page, and I wrote out Count Your Blessings. So that would be the prompt for this page. Over here, I've got another one of those beautiful background pages with the faint roses and positive thoughts. And I used a piece of music and a rose, and this one says, imagine every day to be the last of a life surrounded with hopes, cares, anger, and fear. The hours that come unexpectedly will be much more grateful. This page I didn't do anything to except add this phrase out of my little Grateful Table book. When we lose one blessing, another is often, most unexpectedly, given in its place. This is a tag that I had made previously that I have in my little stash of things that I keep over here that I've already made. And I decided to just glue it on this page and let the ribbon stick up above the page. It is made from a collage that I did and then cut it up into tags and journal cards. On top of the collage, then I decorated with this pretty heart and the ribbon, butterflies and leaves, and this saying that says, there are always flowers for those who want to see them. And room to write around that. This is the last of my section on gratitude. I just chose, this is kind of a contents from a music book that I am using in these journals. And the words say, when you focus on the good gets better. So I hope today you'll think about gratitude and just sit for a moment and think of the things that you're grateful for and give thanks for them. This page here is where our Super Simples number 6 is going to go. And this is the background for it. And we will do a flip down and a flip over, and then it will all be glued on this page. So I'm going to move the book out of the way, and we'll get started on Super Simples number 6. The first thing we're going to do is decorate the flip down. And this comes printed in your kit like this. And you just fold it in half and then fold this down. And I used my scoring board to score it first to get it just nice and straight, and then inked around it. And I think, you know, I print all these on cardstock, and then I print the back side with something neutral for writing. And if it works out, I think I'm going to leave this so that it opens up rather than glue it shut. If it doesn't do right, then I will glue it shut at the end of our project. But this will be mounted on this page and flip down. So the first thing we'll do is decorate it. This will be like the front cover of our Super Simples number 6. And so this is what we're going to use on that page. A butterfly and a little collage and some lace. So I'll get these glued on here. These are all things that came in the kit, with the exception, of course, of the lace. And I'm doing this very similar to what the Pink Monarch Prints did when they did their tutorial, but I have changed it up a couple things. This she used as a journal card, but I'm going to use it on the cover here as part of the collage. Next, I'm going to put on the lace, and this is some antique lace that I bought at one time in a little box of lace that I got at an antique mall. I'm just about out of it, and it makes me sad because I've really enjoyed using it. So I'll get that glued down right across here. No, I'll trim off this little piece that sticks out over the edge. I have a butterfly to go on this page that I'm just going to glue it in the center so that the wings are up off the page just a little bit to make it three-dimensional. Then I thought the word free would be a good word to use on this page since it features a butterfly. There's several words that are included in the Super Simple 6 kit. Okay, so that's our cover. And then we're going to decorate, and when we flip it up, we'll have the back side. And it will have a pocket. Now this was a little bit wide, so I had to cut it down some to fit on here. But this will be our pocket. So we'll glue on the 3 sides, leaving the top open. I'm gluing it slightly up from the edge so that this will flip down flat. And I want to decorate that pocket by putting on some cheesecloth, flowers, and the word unstoppable. So I'll glue on the cheesecloth. did coffee dyed this cheesecloth. And then I wanted to put the word unstoppable. And then these are our two little journal cards. And I printed on the back a neutral paper so it wouldn't just be white. And so those can be written on. And I'll tuck those in the pocket. So that little section is finished. It will be glued onto the backing, and then it will flip up, and then I believe I will leave it open so that it can be opened up and written on. We'll see how that works. So I'll set that aside. The next part of the project will be this paper, which looks like this. And it folds in, and it will flip from the side over, and it will be underneath this piece. So we'll work on it next. And I do think I'm going to glue it together because I don't need two of those to open up, and this has quite a bit on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue in here. And glue this closed. Okay. So on this page, we're going to have a belly band. And it's going to have three little kind of pockets where these will slide in. And so I have marked on the back every 2 inches to leave an opening. So we'll glue at the very top. Right across where this mark is, where this mark is, and right across the bottom. And if we're really lucky, these tags will slide in, and if they don't, we'll trim them off a little bit. I'll put this slightly off-centered. And I decided to add just a little bit of ribbon on this, which I will glue down. This is recycled silk ribbon that I get from a shop on Etsy, and it comes in all different colors and variegated. I just love it. I use it a lot in my journals for tying the bows and stuff. This is a little piece I had left over. So that's how I'm going to use that. And I have these 3 little circles that came in the kit that'll be glued down in the center, and then top and bottom. Let's see. I think I'm gonna make these little things first. And hopefully they're gonna slide in here. Okay, so these I believe I'm going to glue these down. Let me do that. They come like this, just to make them more sturdy. And they have room to write on the back, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. And each one had a little tab that she had included in the kit, and they had a little number on them. And instead of using the number, I decided to use the inside, flip them over and use the inside. I'm not crazy about numbers. I don't know why, but I just like the flowers better. So I glue one of those on each one of these. And the reason I waited to put the circles on, I want to make sure they're right in the center of each of these little things that slide in. Okay. Okay, there's our three little tabs that slide in, and their journal cards on the back. And then I'm going to put one of these little circles in the center of the belly band and center it on the card. These have words on them, so you might want to pay attention and get them right side up. And then she included in the kit some 3 words, and you could choose the ones you want to go where, but I like to tell your story. So we're going to put these words on the little circles. Whoops. Okay, so that's the front side of that decorated. And then on the back, we have a pocket. And I'm going to do the pocket with a little collage. Again, I had to cut this pocket down just a little bit. And you don't want to put it right on the edge here because this has to fold over. So I'm going to scoot it over just enough so that it's more toward this other side. And glue down the 3 sides, leaving the top open. And on here, I'm going to use this little journal card as part of my collage. Some pretty lace. This rose came from another kit. I just had this left over and I wanted to use something more colorful on here. So I chose this rose out of my stash. Sometimes takes the glue a little bit of time to adhere to this this lace because it's synthetic material of some kind, and but it eventually does adhere to it. I use this Bearly Art glue for everything. I think it's a little expensive, but I use this fine tip and it just seems to last forever, so it's well worth the money. And I'm using the word anchored. The next thing we'll do is this card tag that goes inside the pocket. And it also can be glued shut or left open. I'm going to leave it open for journaling. So when I put the tab on the top, I'll just put it on the front. Leaving the back loose. And I glue my little girl on here. And this will slide right down in this pocket. Okay, so we've got all of our parts done, and so I want to glue it together. First, I'm going to put on this piece, and I'll center it on the card. I'll put the glue right on here. And it's good when you glue this on to give it just enough room to close well. It's okay to have this gap here so that it will fold over and close well. And then this piece mounts at the top and folds down. So I'm going to give it some glue. I just noticed something too on this card, on this, I'm going to cut this off just a tiny bit and re-ink it, because if it sticks up above this other piece, it's going to interfere. There we go. If you don't want it to interfere with this one closing down. So next we'll glue this on, and again we'll center it. And leave a little gap so that there's room for it to close down. There's a couple of more things I want to do that I'll go ahead and do them now. So we have this piece that flips up, and it'll open up for writing, and this piece flips out with the tag, and there's room for writing on here. And I want to add some pearls on this butterfly. If I can get them to cooperate. These come in little strips, and you just cut off what you need. And I want to put pearls down the center of this butterfly's body. And then I think these little tabs need a flower of some kind. So I'm gonna see what I've got here. I'm going to use my stickers. I have my little tool here. I'm going to use my stickers just to add some color on these little tabs. And I'm going to leave a little bit of stem on there, I think. Like that. Hopefully you can see that, what I'm doing. Yeah. And I put the purple one in the middle. A lot of people wonder how you get these stickers open, and the trick is that you're peeling the front off of the back instead of the back off of the front, and then you use that little pokey tool to kind of raise it up. And usually when I try to do it on camera, I can't do it at all, but I'm trying, so we'll see how it goes. It's a little bit hard to see. It's kind of, I have my lights on, but it's kind of dark in here this morning because of the rain. And we're grateful for the rain, but there's been way too much rain in eastern Kentucky. I live in Kentucky, and there have been 35, 36 deaths. They expect more in a small, kind of a poor community, and the people have lost everything that they had. It's very sad. Okay. So there is the 3 little tabs that pull out. I could also put a little lace on the top of this, which I may do later. So this is ready to glue in our book. Yay! We have one more section to go. It's a fat book, but it's been a lot of fun. So this is going to glue down right on there, and then it'll open up this way. Beautiful. So let me get my glue on there. I know so many times we have things going wrong in our life, and we're sick, or someone in our family is sick or troubled, or we have something that's happened that costs us a lot of money that we don't have, or whatever. And we tend to dwell on those things, but and it's kind of a cliche to say, well, there's always somebody that has it worse, but it's true. And I think about these people in eastern Kentucky who've lost their homes completely, washed down the river and away, their cars, their transportation, their jobs. One family lost all 4 of their children to the flood, and it's just so sad. And so every day we should pray for anyone who is suffering, and be sure to be grateful and thankful for what we have, whether it's plenty or not much. It's still a wonderful world to live in, and lots to be grateful for. So remember, every day's a gift, and remember to appreciate your simple things in life that cost you nothing. And the one that we focused on today was gratitude. If you'll spend the day thinking about the things that you're grateful for, you will have a better day. I guarantee it. So until next time, I'll see you soon.